Hi, I'm Shannon Albert from www.prepschool.com, and today I have 7 things you shouldn't miss if you are going to Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. Stay tuned. So as you may have heard, Galaxy's Edge is a whole new land that has opened at Hollywood Studios in Florida. There is also a location at Disneyland. And I was able to visit several times, both before and after it opened, and fell in love. I am not the hugest Star Wars fan, and I was nervous I wasn't going to like it, but I think whether you're a fan or not, Disney has really pulled off something so interesting and special. It is like nothing else they have done, both in terms of beauty and immersion, but in particular, there are 7 things that I would like you to look for when you're there. So let's dive in. Number 1 is food and drinks. Now, one of the issues with Hollywood Studios is that although they have a few great table service options, they've never had fantastic quick service. And if you are looking for a quick service meal or snack, or you have quick service credits to use on the dining plan, this is the place to use them at Hollywood Studios. It starts with the sodas. This is the Coca-Cola logo as seen in Galaxy's Edge, and bottled water. It's incredible packaging, and you may want to keep it after you have had your drink. It starts there, and then it just goes to lots of places throughout the land. One of those places is Ronto Roasters, which has a few different things on the menu, but the star is definitely the Ronto wraps, which are delicious. And if you want a quick meal, this is the place to go. They have a breakfast version until 10 a.m., which isn't very long. You would think it might last a little bit later than that, but after 10 a.m., it becomes their regular Ronto wrap. Both are good and worth a try. This Ronto Roasters is not inside and that it's air conditioned, but it is covered, and there's some tables and chairs there if you would like to have a seat. If there's a line, you can mobile order and save yourself some time. If you would, however, like a sit down, get out of the heat, get out of the air conditioning, more of a restaurant experience, then Docking Bay 7 is where you want to head. If you've been to Pandora World of Avatar at Animal Kingdom, this is kind of comparable to Satuli Canteen in that they have fantastic, interesting menu options and a really amazing indoor themed restaurant. So, you know, it's quick service, but it's kind of upper scale as far as quick service goes. And so this is the place to go and have more of a sit down meal. It can be busy, very busy. And so again, mobile ordering is available here, and you should take advantage of that. Outside of the food options, there are some alcoholic drinks that you might want to snag. One of the most popular is the Milk Stand, which has blue milk and green milk, which you may have seen pictures of because people are always interested to try it and see what it tastes like. But those also come in an alcoholic version. The blue milk, I believe, comes with rum, and the green milk comes with tequila. The non-alcoholic version is a snack credit. So if you are on the dining plan, it's a good value in terms of dollars because it's not cheap. Now, whether or not you think it's a good value in terms of the taste is up to you. You'll have to try it and see. I happen to like both blue and green milk. I actually like the green milk better. Blue milk is definitely the more popular. Some people don't like either one, but this is why people line up to taste it, just to see for themselves. Again, mobile ordering is available if you want to save yourself some time. To me, this is kind of like getting a mobile order for a Dole Whip, because at Magic Kingdom, one of the longest lines sometimes is for the Dole Whip, and you can mobile order for that. And over here in Galaxy's Edge, you might want to mobile order for your drinks. So that is an option there, and be sure to check it out. Just down from the Milk Stand is another alcoholic drink place, which is Oga's Cantina. They do have non-alcoholic drinks as well, but it's definitely a bar. And because of that reason, I wouldn't go there super hungry because food is not the main feature, and I wouldn't go there with small children because alcohol is not only the main feature, but 90% of the spots there are standing or shared with other guests. It's kind of rushed. You have a 45-minute time limit, 2 drink maximum, and there's music playing, which is super fun, by DJ Rex. You can listen to that on Spotify if you would like. I love it. So it's a fun place to go, but not a place I would take children, but definitely get a reservation there ahead of time, just in case they are fully booked, which they often are, and enjoy your time at Oga's Cantina. The second thing to look for in Galaxy's Edge is the roaming characters, which are very unique in that at Disney World, usually everything is very structured with the characters, and usually the roaming characters are something associated with Disneyland. But in Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios, you will see some of the Star Wars characters roaming, and you can interact with them and really feel like you're part of their world. That list of characters may include Rey, the Stormtroopers, Chewbacca, Kylo Ren. There are a few different options there. If you still want your like photo meet and greet opportunity, you can do that at Launch Bay, which is outside of Galaxy's Edge. And over at Launch Bay right now, you can meet Darth Vader, BB-8, and Chewbacca. And there are cameras that will take your picture over there. But definitely look for them in Galaxy's Edge so that you can interact and be in their world. Number 3 is PhotoPass opportunities. Now with such a gorgeous land, you are definitely going to want to take lots of pictures, and there are photographers throughout that you can pose for and get those pictures in your PhotoPass account to download later. But there's a couple I wanted to point out to you because they're super unique and not something you will find in many places at Disney World. One of them is a 360 camera. It's like a black sphere that is located very close to the milk stand. And when you pose for this picture, it puts you in the middle and then a 360 view in a kind of a circle layout of Galaxy's Edge, which is super unique. I don't think I've seen that in other places at Disney World. But very close by to that is a super zoom option, which exists at Magic Kingdom and now here in Galaxy's Edge, which allows you to stand against a wall and a camera that's on top of a building zooms in on you and gives you this special photo op. That one's really difficult because there isn't a camera on the ground for you to look for. So if you're near the milk stand and you don't see where this is taking place, just be sure to ask, and they should be able to help you. They will be rolling out more PhotoPass opportunities, but right now these are the 2 that were available at the opening of the land. So just look for them while you're there. Number 4 is to make a visit to Droid Depot. And you may be thinking, isn't that where you build droids? And indeed it is. This is my purple droid that I adore. He's super cute. If you want to build a droid, feel free. You can make a reservation ahead of time, which saves you some time when you arrive. You can also do it as a standby visitor if you'd like and participate. But if you don't want to do that, you can still go in. Don't wait in the line outside if you want to just go in and browse. Look around, watch the droid builders. It's fun to see all the like conveyor belts that have all of the droid parts. But it is a gift shop where you can buy things. There is an R2-D2 on display that is $25,000. You can get metal gift cards there that start at $100. I think they're called Spira. Batuu and Spira is the word that they use there. But that gift card is a very popular souvenir that you may want to snag, and that's the place to do it. So it's a great place to just stop by, even if you're not building a droid, but you can also build a droid if you'd like. The 5th thing to consider doing in Galaxy's Edge is shopping. Now, it is no secret that there are always lots of things that you can buy at Disney World, but they've really done a great job with the merch for Galaxy's Edge. Everything is well themed, you know? Even the soda logos are well themed, but the merch is incredible. So definitely take a chance to like walk through the market where there are lots of shops that you can stop in, but also there are places like Den of Antiquities, which often does have a line because it is so popular, but that line usually moves pretty quickly, and there are lots of like costume pieces and accessories for lightsabers, and the Kyber crystals can be purchased there. If you are shopping and don't want to carry all your items around, Den of Antiquities and the Droid Depot have places where you can send your items to the front of the park, back to your resort, mail them. As long as you have your receipt, they will allow you to do that. If you do send your things to the front of the park to be held, make sure you remember to stop by and get it. Maybe set a reminder on your phone to pick it up. If you forget, which happens quite a bit, Disney will work with you to get the items to you, but just to save yourself the hassle, set a reminder just in case. The 6th thing to look into when you're in Galaxy's Edge is the Play Disney app. Now, this has been around for a little while and primarily has games in it that encourage you to entertain yourself while you're waiting in line, and you can do it with other people in line if you would like. However, the section that they have built specifically for Galaxy's Edge is incredible, and the reason that I wanted to mention it in this video. It is not just simple games that are sort of cartoony that you can do in line, but it is an entire application that allows you to interact with the land. And so this is definitely worth checking into if you are a person who likes scavenger hunts and technology, and it's amazing. So I had a cast member do like a 20-minute demonstration with me. I did a screen recording of the entire thing so that I could remember how it all worked, but it's something that I want you to check into. I don't have a huge amount of experience with it, but I did do this demo with a cast member, and I look forward to future opportunities to do it. But definitely if you are into that sort of thing, allocate some time. download the app ahead of time, try to look at some of the tutorials and things like that so that you can get familiar with it, and then allow some time during your trip to explore the land with the app in hand. And number 7, the 7th thing you should check into is, of course, the rides. And I'm using rides plural because there will be 2 rides when the land is completely done. As of right now, we have Smuggler's Run, which is kind of like if Mission Space and Star Tours had a baby that was slightly less nauseating. I'll talk about that more in just a second. The star of the show is likely to be Rise of the Resistance, though, which opens a few months after the initial land opening. I got a chance to go inside of it. Cameras were not allowed. There are dozens of stormtroopers. We got to see the ride vehicle. We also were shown an animation of the ride vehicle, and it's going to be a lot of different elements, a lot of different mechanics and systems to pull this ride off. I think you might be really surprised when it opens exactly how it works, but that is going to be incredible. That's going to be coming. Right now we have Smuggler's Run. I wasn't super thrilled with it when I first rode it because there's definitely a bit of a learning curve. You have jobs when you're on this ride and you have to push buttons, and your behavior does determine the outcome. And it can be a little bit intimidating at first, knowing what to do and trying to watch what's going on the ride. But the more I ride it, the more I love it. It has a single rider line option and rider switch if you happen to have a child that's too short to ride. Even though they do not have Fast Pass available there right now, you can do those things. If you're a single rider, you are likely not to be the pilot, which is the best position, the most fun, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. And that's the first row. The second and third rows are gunners and engineers, and you are likely to be that if you do single rider. But engineer is also a fantastic place to be if you are prone to motion sickness, because you are the least likely to feel it when you are in the back engineer position. But definitely check into that ride. If you want to not wait a long time, you can do single rider, which I just mentioned, but also ride it first thing in the day. You can always use the My Disney Experience app to check current wait times before you head over there. So I think that'll wrap up this discussion. I hope it's been helpful. For more information, we have reviews on everything: Oga's Cantina, Savvy's Workshop, Droid Depot, and an overall guide to the land. Be sure to check that in the description. Thanks for watching.
Push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left. Move your stick to fly right and left. I was just take them out. They've locked onto us. Take evasive action. Gunners, we need to defend ourselves. Open fire. Gunners, blast away.
Nice.
Could have been much worse.
Did you do a good job?
Okay.
Good job?
It's much worse.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, oh my god.
Yes, you got one.
You can be so
Excellent, my friends. Power up the ship. I am Tinko Harry. It's coming down. Left pilot, hit the boosters. Boost, boost, boost.
Yeah? Good job. Good job. You did wonderfully.